Hello, welcome to another episode of the You Only Live Once Life in Business Innovation Meditations, yummy conversations where I, Honey, bring you yummy conversations so that you can stay yummy in your body. And today we're going to be talking about why quantum or an energy first approach to your transformation is actually going to be a shortcut in order for you to get that transformation or get that change that you really want. Now, why do we want to change? Because if we don't change, things will always stay the same. And the biggest challenge in that change is that once you get to the end of the road of the change, you might realize that, hey, you know what? I actually don't feel that much better. And the goal that I've gotten, whether that's a financial goal, a love goal, a health goal, I actually feel great for a week or two, and then I am no longer fulfilled. So, first of all, if you get to that point, congratulations. But if you don't get to that point, or as you're creating your next goal, you might want to consider a quantum or energy first approach, because that may actually allow you to create different types of transformation that allows you to leapfrog and break through this level of comfort that you're actually in and create something that you never knew you were capable of. So the first step is to actually create a vision that excites you, a vision that you don't think you can accomplish, a vision that is not just about getting status, fame, although those may be things that you want, but going and drilling down behind what that actually gives you. And when you're able to do that and you're able to create a clear vision and clear resonance with something that you really want, whether that is a relationship that is intimate on every level of spirituality, body, physical, mental, emotional, and energetic. Um, of course, you can talk about all the other things that you enjoy in the connection, or if it's health of every single cell, feeling super vibrant and super healthy, or if it's prosperity in a way that you're doing exactly what you love and work does not feel like work, or maybe it is feeling that sensation of connection to the greater whole in your spirituality and being able to have time freedom to enjoy not only life itself, but the things that mean the most to you. Whatever that vision is for you, find it. And not only just that, really connect with it so that it actually excites you. It's not just some cliche vision that you adopted somewhere else. Really find something that moves you inside and outside. Because when you're finding something that moves you deeply inside, let's say it's a happiness thing, then that itself is an energy. Got it? That is an energy first approach. Figure out what that energy is. Now, once you get that, right, you might wonder, okay, how am I going to get there from where I am today? Maybe that dream is so far-fetched or so unusual, or maybe you want to start thinking, maybe your mind starts thinking, you know what? I don't really want that. I'm actually really happy where I am. Now, this is where you got to be really careful, because your ego mind, or the part of you that is really excited about that dream, can also just at the same time be really comfortable where you are and only wanting to change things that are comfortable to change, even if it's uncomfortable. So there's like going from uncomfort to comfort to uncomfort zone, right? And uncomfort to fear terrorizing zone. And then fear terrorizing zone going into free fall, complete abyss zone. And all of this is leading to finding out, let's say in this paradigm that we're talking about, aligning yourself with your purpose, it's all about finding what your true capabilities are, especially if they're aligned to why you're here, if they're aligned to something that deeply moves you, if they're aligned to something that is actually your vision without tainted contamination by societal expectations, without comparison to other people, because that's something that may not be the true and pure version of your vision. If you're only here to compare yourself and want to one up some other person, And that might last for like, I don't know, some people do it for like 20, 30 years. And then at the end of it's like kind of like, why am I one-upping other people if I just, because I still feel void, right? So really, really honestly ask yourself, are you feeling void? And are you feeling fully fulfilled? And if not, then that's your vision. And then understand the energy behind it. And then after that, what you can do is understand that in order to get there from where you are today, without, you can draw out a linear process if you want. Okay, how am I going to get there? Step one, step two, step three. And then if you want to bypass this and you want to see if there are shortcuts, you got to jump into a different frequency of thinking. What do I mean by that? There are certain things that take a lot of time to accomplish, right? Like, let's say you want to create a really complex goal that includes a lot of organization with a lot of different people, maybe many stakeholders, many countries, maybe many different moving parts. Now, are there ways for that to be easier or simpler? Yes, you can think your way to it, right? You can plan it out, you can chart it out, draw it out, plan it in a way that it's easier to get there. And at the same time, have you, other than your mind, used other faculties at your disposal so that you can actually imagine even better solutions? Now, this is the part where energy first is going to serve you, because without that, you will just, whatever your mind can conceive is essentially a summary of all of the experience that you've had, everything you've read, everything you've heard, everything that exists currently that's been inducing imagination, inducing some sort of a conclusion for you. If you are continuously staying in this realm, the type of solutions and the type of pathways that you'll get will be in this way. Now, if you're looking from a higher perspective and you want something that is miraculous, and you want something and you want to experience what's possible when you engage beyond what your mind can conceive, then we're going into a different realm. Einstein said that no problem can be solved at the same level of consciousness that created it. There's a lot of artists and scientists and Renaissance people who go into a dream space or something beyond in order to download solutions, beautiful, elegant solutions to their challenges that they're facing or the problems that they're pondering upon. So, like in our world, right, innovations happen not from incremental changes. We're not just improving on this computer, improving on the screen, improving on this mic, improving on what you have. But in order to break through, we got to jump into a completely different way of thinking, being, and interacting with the information. Now, shifting consciousness is essentially energy, right? And shifting consciousness takes a lot of guts, because it requires you to suspend all judgment, all previously conceived notions, all everything, And do you dare to actually let go of everything you know? Because in only the time that you let go of control and let go of everything that is so systematized, so logical, so rationalizing, and like so common, familiar to you, are you able to go into a place of unknown? And the elegant solution, the one that can shortcut and collapse time, because time doesn't exist in the fifth, sixth, and seventh dimension. Time is only a construct of the fourth dimension. We're in the third dimension and we exist in all dimensions. So if you can break through the third dimension and access fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth dimension, and able to perceive the world from a larger perspective, from an expanded view, in a place where you can even access infinite consciousness and receive information from all sources in the way that we're all connected. Sounds a little bit, you probably know what I'm talking about. Then that's where you're able to drink in experience, allow yourself to be inspired by something that's larger than yourself, larger than your group, larger than your community, larger than the macroeconomics of this earth right now. We can't solve today's humanity issues by being in today's humanity. Yes, we understand that on one level, but we also want to be able to jump out of it. We want to be able to jump beyond it and see things from a higher perspective so we can see how does everything relate. But not only that, but break through it in a way that we might experience something that we personally haven't experienced before, and maybe have an experience in a solution that we haven't seen from that angle before, and then with that bring it down to earth and execute it, and bring it down to earth and implement it. But before you start just going into your to-do list, before you start going smack into your doing and actioning, realize that your goal here is to be expanded, is to be infinitely creative. Because not only can you create so much more from that space, that's the space where synchronicity is determined, where you're going to meet people that will be on the same similar journey with you. You're going to be able to find resonance with helpers, supporters, people on your path. You're going to be able to create your own reality by being able to be in your resonance. We're all, every single person, as part of a larger whole, as if the whole humanity are just little cells in a body, right? And so when you're able to jump out of your own little cog in this world's wheel and gain that higher consciousness, no matter where you are in your spirituality journey, right? This is a reminder to break free from the constructs. Allow yourself to feel safe to access your infinite creativity, because your role in this earth is constantly shifting. And if you can access that information, then you will feel so much more purposeful. Your day-to-day will feel so much more meaningful, and every interaction will feel so good because you know why you're doing it, what context this is in, and you will get answers along the way, signs, and you'll be connected to your intuition while you're also effective in your material world. So you'll be accessing, on one hand, all of your dimensions, all of your energetic intelligence, and also being able to be grounded on this earth. And this is why you're here. This is why you're watching this, because you know that you can do it, or you are curious about how to do it. And so when you are doing this, and you're doing this from a perspective of not neglecting the energetic first approach, life becomes easier. You don't have to do so many things in order to feel happy, do so many things in order to feel secure, safe, peaceful. You will simply be peace. You will simply experience the world and aliveness on all different levels, and be able to function in this world doing exactly what you're meant to do. So curious about what your vision is, and curious about what exactly is that energy source in you that connects to your larger self. Let me support you. We got 2 PDFs, 2 programs, meditations, whatever you call them, 2 resources that you can tap into. One is called Prosperity Blueprint. If you want to access your prosperity on an energetic level, it's down below. It's a meditation that helps you experience what that feels like. We also have something called the Change Workbook PDF, Transitions, Thriving Transitions. If you want to transition into this consciousness and thrive at the same time on a physical, mental, emotional, spiritual level, energetic level, then you can click down below at yellowabundance.com/change. These are 2 powerful resources to support you in creating and ushering into this energetic first life. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. This is my passion. I support leaders and liberated leaders to liberate themselves and function tremendously in this world. We have world shakers, change makers, people who are doing some really, really incredible and big things in this world, and being able to not only just do them on the world arena, on the world stage, and also integrate their energetics and feel so good doing that. So I'll talk to you soon. Have a great evening, day, night, wherever you're doing, whatever you're doing, whenever. And